If you have an 8-year-old child that decides for themselves that they want to set the local Walmart on fire, who gets the bill for the damages? Is it not the parents? When Kamala Harris implemented the truancy penalties in California, where if a child decided to skip school and was caught doing so, did not the penalty of incarceration ultimately fall upon the parent?
And I believe a child going without an education is tantamount to a crime. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
Sherry Holmes' kids are up bright and early, headed off to school. But it's the days her youngest kids haven't gone to class that got their mom in trouble.
Nobody cares more about my kids' education than me. And for them to tell me that I'm not doing my job as a mother.
Holmes has been arrested at least 3 times because the Council Bluffs Community School District says her twins have missed too many days of school.
They just happen to get sick often.
Holmes' twins were born premature, and even now in middle school, she says they are prone to getting sick. So why jail for their mom?
This is a serious issue, and I've got a little political capital, and I'm going to spend some of it.
The county issued an arrest warrant for Holmes after her 2 youngest missed a combined 31 days during the next school year.
She brought all the kids into the living room, held up the letter, said, if you don't go to school, Kamala's going to put you and me in jail.
So on one hand, parental responsibility for the actions of the child is implicit in the penalization of the parents. Yet there is a narrative that is being pushed unchecked by the current administration that suggests that the choices of a child should be divorced from the will and influence of the parent when it comes to the subject of gender identity.
Well, that's kind of what you do as a parent, because obviously you want to support your child through anything, and we're told, aren't we, to just go with it. Whatever it is in life, all the different milestones, they will find the way. Just let them take the lead.
I'm very much, I'm a childminder, so I'm very child-led in my job and in my home life.
Just let them take the lead.
She's been reacting to our report last night, in which we were invited to a support group for gender-diverse children. Ruth understands the feelings of these young people, but admits sometimes they may be too young to really know what they want.
This is where the psychiatric help for these children comes in, because there's always children who rebel against anything and want to be different, without realizing what they're likely to land up in.
Now, I have created content on YouTube that YouTube decided to put age restrictions on. Now, none of my content is so controversial that a 17-year-old would be traumatized by it. I made a video talking about the American standard of what constitutes a perfect booty. Everyone was clothed, nothing was sexually overt, and yet I was hit with a notice that said that only people over the age of 18 would be able to watch the video. I made a video reviewing a live stream held by MT Aura and Melanie King. In the video, I had a bratwurst sausage with an animated mouth narrating part of the video, and I was hit with an age restriction. Apparently, a 17-year-old will be traumatized by the image of a talking piece of food. Yet Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion have a video called WAP, where they throw sexual innuendo out of the window and are literally promoting softcore pornography on the exact same platform. No age restrictions. So who is at the control booth making the decisions as to what is acceptable for the consuming public? Take a look at this video where a woman by the name of Liz Wheeler exposes what is being heavily promoted to children with absolutely no age restrictions.
I actually questioned myself whether I should show you the following video because it's incredibly disturbing. But I think, especially if you're on TikTok, you should see this because this is an integral part of the neo-Marxist ideology. Take a look at this.
I coach a lot of people one-on-one who want to go no contact with their parents and cannot bring themselves to admit it. They feel guilty, they feel awful, they know it's the right thing they want to do, and they can't admit it. That to me is a very separate situation from, I don't know if I want to go no contact or not. I've just heard about this. What would it look like? What are the ins and outs? What would happen? Is that the right thing for me or not? Right? This place of not knowing. If you're in this second category, give yourself space. Don't do anything yet. Give yourself space. Take some deep breaths. I care about you. How are you doing today? I hope you need to hear this today. Let them lose you. They have had enough chances to have a beautiful, brilliant, sparkling, giving person like you in their lives. Let them lose you.
So now it appears that the social fabric has been refashioned into a garment that has never been worn prior to now. A garment that allows a stranger to have access to your children and influence them to rebel from their parents' direction. And not only that, but it also is promoted on social media platforms such as TikTok. I've seen videos struck down for having a difference of opinion, backed by sources, when it came to discussing taking certain shots during the pandemic. Yet when it comes to accessing our children, certain characters that put on makeup and assume the role of the Pied Piper are given unrestricted access to the most impressionable minds on earth. Take away the makeup. Take away the dress. Give them a mustache and a van. Now, tell me that this isn't tantamount to the guy who hangs around the playground offering the children candy, offering to let the children pet the puppy. Let them lose you? Yes, under those conditions, many parents did lose their children, only to have their memories displayed on a milk carton, never to be seen again.
The classic signs of a pedophile are they first try to separate the victim from their parents, because their parents are their primary protectors. Secondarily, they tell that child that the probable pedophile likes them, loves them, cares about them. And they tell them that they deserve what they're about to get. Every element of how pedophiles condition children for sexual abuse is evident in every single one of Jeffrey Marsh's videos. And yet TikTok allows this groomer on their platform. In fact, Jeffrey Marsh tells children to contact him off of TikTok on his Patreon for one-on-one coaching on how to separate from their parents.
This is what is being promoted as acceptable. And I'm so glad that a woman is calling it out, due to the fact that there are other women who are quick to jump to the defense of these propaganda pushers whenever men rise against it. Men who are the protectors of their families and communities, and men who seek to destroy these narratives that threaten their parental influence over their children are so-called toxically masculine. They say fathers need to be in the home. Oh, the communities are dysfunctional because daddy's not there. Oh, but do you really want him there? Do you really? The statistics show that the majority of predators victimize the children of broken families. And families are the building blocks of communities, and communities are the building blocks of cities, and cities are the building blocks of states, and states are the building blocks of nations. So when these propaganda pushers seek to wedge their way into our homes and exploit the emotional vulnerability of a child that may be at odds with the structure and discipline that a parent implements in raising that child who has yet to fully grasp the magnitude of what it is to become a responsible, discerning adult, you are more than just a predator. You are a